Now, here's another story. Truth. You know, when I was little, I was raped. Mind you, my husband know all of this stuff, and everything. He know my history, and I know his history. All of it. The nitty gritty, all of that. The bad, the good, the ugly, the good. Period. Point blank. Mind you, one of my children, his father is a white man or whatever that raped me. I didn't blame my children or whatever for the consequences and the actions that the person did what he did or whatever. But mind you, her father left me and her stuff. In order for her to get her pot, she has to mend things with me and truly get to know me, her mother. Not somebody that she met a while ago. I say about eight, 8, 9 years ago. You might as well say 8, 9 years ago. She met me or whatever. Not physically. Well, yeah, you might as well say physically with my first husband or whatever. Mind you, my other husband knows about that too. About the previous marriages that literally the marriage with my ex-husband wasn't a legit marriage because me and my husband was still married or whatever. My other husband or whatever. Mind you, her oldest brother, is a lawyer. That's her other brother or whatever. Mind you, that's my child as well. He's a lawyer or whatever. Mind you, in order for her to receive her stuff, she have to do right by me or whatever. And she have to be sincere about everything, the moves she make, financial, everything. And it has to be me and her working together. But this cocky mammy heifer is up in here putting on a whole fake facade. Mind you, her older brother ain't, he can see right through the bull. Is you done playing games with your mother? Because you're not getting none of that money or anything else that belongs to both of us or whatever until do right by me, right? Because you've done some terrible things and you up in here putting up a facade. Now your husband, he know me all well, and I mean well. And see, he ain't playing those games either. So, the facade that she putting on for everybody else, they can go for that, garbage show, but I'm not. And neither is her older brother, because he see right through her. Now her white family is up in here trying to fight, because she has, a white father but a black mother, meaning me, beautiful, ugly, beautiful. Because when I call myself ugly, I've been through war. And my warrior ugly wounds show, but I don't care. I'm still beautiful. Without makeup, with makeup, whatever, dialed up or whatever. You got to love my ugly and you got to love my beautiful. So, mind you, all these key players is playing all these weird ass roles over there. Mind you, I can see right through them. And so do my other elder children over there. So while you up in here, doll face, up in here playing games with me, over there. So I advise you, to move, differently. And I mean differently. Because I pulled your coattails and the people that you roll with too, over there. And I'm trying not to, expose y'all names because, the last time I was exposing names, people got in their feelings. But at this point, I really don't give a fuck. Or whatever. I really don't. So, stop playing games with me and your husband over there because he know me for sure, people. You know. He definitely know who I am. And he definitely know who my husband is as well. You know. And what's funny is, you keep playing games. There's a reason why your little sisters and your little brothers don't want to have a conversation with you. Because you did a whole fake facade, you know. So the old saying, like the color purple until you do right by me, it wasn't just for, other family members. It was for kids too. Your kids, you know, period. Because other family members knew about certain things that happened to me that was terrible or whatever. And other family was helping me and my husband and other family members get to the truth. But the ones that knew about the truth been up in here putting up a whole fake facade. And I mean a whole fake facade. As long as that money keep flowing with the people that they, sold them and bought them, let's keep it all the way 100. I'm not up in here sugarcoating the goddamn thing or whatever. So those bills that you keep on getting piled up and other people keep getting bills too is because we didn't authorize no confirmation of them bills being cleared because my bills ain't get cleared. So those so-called fake family times in this room key or whatever, it ain't gonna fly with us. Because see, your older brother know it's bullshit. So, do right by me and your other brothers and sisters. And I'm not talking about the ones that's up in here fighting for that money that they, the stepfather, meaning your biological father, Honkyville, you know. Yes, he was a white dude, white man, or whatever. And it wasn't no pleasantry or whatever either, even though it was a blessing having you. You was the blessing or whatever. And you messed that all up, playing dirty dozens and dirty deeds or whatever. And you had a perfectly opportunity to come clean about everything when you met me in Pittsburgh and also when you met me on Xbox. Because you was with a white girl or whatever. That was still sleeping with my ex-husband or whatever. Because this is why me and him ain't together. And you know that story too. You know. So, yeah. So everybody up in here, family members, your white family member side or whatever, not the ones that was raising you and, gave you an ultimatum because you wanted to be grown. Because you didn't want to, let's just say, you didn't want to, abide by the rules or whatever. You wanted to be grown before you was grown. You know. This was the whole reason why your grandfather asked you to, get to know me on Xbox first. Or whatever. And not, you know, your black grandfather, but your white grandfather. On your dad's side. Because you saw him in a nursing home. So, and that old coop still ticking, ain't he? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he also had conversations with, your stepfather, but also father, adopted father, but father because he raised you, to be a good young lady and all of that, or whatever. And he also raised his other kids as well, too. So, yeah. You putting up a whole show for, the wrong people. Doll face. And other family members. Because while you keep listening to Junebug, she up in here lying to your face. Or whatever. She is not the real Juju being and she know it. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I'm not putting on the show because I know she gonna listen to this too. So, you know, this is for you too, Junebug. You know, the one that's up in here faking, pretending, you know. So, yeah. She know who was being called Juju Bean and who wasn't. So, yeah. And she also was in on a whole lot of other things too with you. Because she also tried to lie to your husband. And see, your husband he ain't got the blindfolds on his face no more. You know, I cracked that face wide open and say, you got to open up the other, because somebody lying to you, baby. Because your father loved you and all his other kids. So somebody been telling a whole huge lie. And I'm talking about her husband. So, yeah. So some of the loony birds of my bloodline and certain, you know, loony birds of me and my husband's bloodline, and also, you know, other people that was involved definitely thought I was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs or whatever. I'm crazy, but you know, because, you know, they be trying to say people that, you know, talk to people, you know, it's crazy. Nah, we see and hear and talk to people that's living and non-living, baby. We just ain't afraid to tell people that we talk to them. See why y'all up in here pretending that y'all don't be talking to certain dead ones and living ones, you know. Because those same ones that you're rolling with is the same ones that's up in here sabotaging or whatever. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Was the question I said about a couple years ago. I said, what would y'all do for Klondike bars? And I wasn't talking about the actual ice cream bar. When we all could have been eating together. But no, y'all want to, you know, fake the funk. And see, bills is piling up though. And none of the estates are being settled. Why? Because fraudulent signatures, fraudulent videos, you know, fraudulent family time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And fraudulent other things. So Joseph, tribal chief, I have no, you know, doubt in my mind, and I have no problem with you know, doing what you need to do or whatever. Because I appreciate you. So I take that side, you know, show with you know, till the wheels fall off. And I mean till the wheels fall off. So, with that being said, or whatever, that we already took care of, or whatever, tribal chief, or whatever. Yeah. Because we here. You know, what's up is also down. What's down is also up. So we definitely, we on the biblical, the Orisha, we on the earthly, and we also on the, you know, the extraterrestrial galaxy. You know, the starship. You know. So yeah. But yeah. So for all of them, do you really think I'm playing games? Because I'm not.